Okay. I just wanted to say how Reverend Kim has been such an important ally to us in promoting, as he was saying, also as a kind of bridge, but really in times when we were having these special adoption law meetings, we were very dependent on having an interpreter for us. I'm certainly by no means fluent in Korean at all. And so when there were times that we needed some interpretation to happen in all of these various meetings, in addition to actually having the law itself be translated, Reverend Kim was such an integral part of that experience for us. And I know when I attended meetings, I relied on him very much. And it's a kind of burden for you too, but I think you did it with very much grace, and our community certainly appreciates all of your efforts. And so that kind of brings me to my next question for you, because you are such a prominent ally to our community, especially with running KoRoot as a guest house, which I'm sure many of you have heard of, and maybe some of you have even stayed at over the years. And so, you know, your counsel, the time that you spend talking to everybody that stays at KoRoot, and just, I think a lot of people who have stayed at KoRoot have really become politicized after having discussions with you. I know, in fact, that has happened. And so I'd like you to talk a little bit about how has it been for you trying to find a balance with being involved politically in something like the adoption law reform, and then just all of these personal relationships that you've made and continue to foster over the years with individual adoptees who come through the guest house or for whatever reasons. How do you balance this, like your activism with organizations versus your personal relationships with adoptees? So let's, yeah, I'll
The question is very difficult to right answer. Anyway, the running a guest house in Seoul, it was an amazing part of my life, because I was sitting together with people and drinking together, sometimes wine, but not soju, because of my reluctance to drink soju. But 맥주, or we are sitting together and having talk always in many different subjects about Korea or history. But at the end, all these people are talking about adoption issues. And I learned so much from people and individual personal story too. It makes me actually, it stored up in my mind, in my soul, a lot of sadness and anger too. That is my situation. But I want to become anyway, I'm myself is a kind of party person, you know. I'm not going to the dancing party or somewhere, but at KoRoot, we are sitting together, always enjoying to have a talk, regardless of the people's political stance about adoption issues, but simply sit together and enjoying the life itself. Maybe it's the right answer or not, but I was enjoying to be there. I never. Anyway, I hope the people are not told too much from me. Sometimes I told about adoption issues from my experience, from my perspective, very aggressively. You know, my understanding is a little too critical sometimes. That's why some people were not happy or to listen to those kind of perspective. I don't know, but mostly people agreed, understanding well. Anyway, maybe it's not right answer.